He can do woodworking every day. He can do woodworking every day. Did he live in Paris? Did he live in Paris? Despite the criticism, she continued to follow her dreams. Despite the criticism, she continued to follow her dreams. That man is too tall. That man is too tall. Doesn't it hold? Doesn't it hold? He goes to the zoo on the weekends. He goes to the zoo on the weekends. The electric can opener makes it easy to open cans. The electric can opener makes it easy to open cans. The dress she's wearing is beautiful. The dress she's wearing is beautiful. I don't need your pity. I don't need your pity. I don't know. How can I say this in English? I don't know. How can I say this in English? He is practicing his presentation skills. He is practicing his presentation skills. What kind of special? What kind of special? When the teacher asks a question, raise your hand to answer it. When the teacher asks a question, raise your hand to answer it. They did not work as a team and as a result the project failed. They did not work as a team and as a result the project failed. I will, but only for a month or two. I will, but only for a month or two. The report has been compiled from various sources. The report has been compiled from various sources. You gave names at sunset. You gave names at sunset. This was a really great movie. This was a really great movie. I wish I could time travel. I wish I could time travel. Was my friend a race car driver? Was my friend a race car driver? The water freezes in winter. The water freezes in winter. 10 years developing? 10 years developing? I need a vacation. I need a vacation. Public support is required. Public support is required. The offer usually helps the official. The offer usually helps the official. It is important to use new words to improve your English. It is important to use new words to improve your English. I love you since 1980. I love you since 1980. This book is more interesting than that. This book is more interesting than that. The cat sleeps lazily. The cat sleeps lazily. Increases at dawn. Increases at dawn. He won't leave until he's finished his meal. He won't leave until he's finished his meal. I can't wait to go on vacation next month. I can't wait to go on vacation next month. Yes, I guess. Yes, I guess. They can make daily groceries. They can make daily groceries. The blue dress is more beautiful than the green one. The blue dress is more beautiful than the green one. I had to leave because you were late. I had to leave because you were late. There may be a solution to the problem. There may be a solution to the problem. Can you lend me some money? Can you lend me some money? He will be painting the living room this weekend. He will be painting the living room this weekend. Aren't they guests at dawn? Aren't they guests at dawn? My sister is older than me. My sister is older than me. We can go swimming later. We can go swimming later. To make a decision. To make a decision. These days. These days. Was his brother an environmentalist? Was his brother an environmentalist? May become a urologist a year. May become a urologist a year. They shouldn't hit. They shouldn't hit. What is your plan? What is your plan? I will retire an hour ago. I will retire an hour ago. Was his half-brother an inspector? Was his half-brother an inspector? Your sister was a garbage man. Your sister was a garbage man. I don't notice anything special about the event. I don't notice anything special about the event. His grandson is a poet. His grandson is a poet. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. If you are not careful, you may lose more than you invested. Does not remember. Does not remember. He wrote every day. He wrote every day. When the meeting is over, he will be talking for 2 hours. When the meeting is over, he will be talking for 2 hours. The teacher in my class is very strict. The teacher in my class is very strict. The train leaves at 9. The train leaves at 9. The surroundings of the park are very beautiful. The surroundings of the park are very beautiful. Can you believe it's April already? Can you believe it's April already? He likes to play video games. He likes to play video games. Can't they be business women in the night? Can't they be business women in the night? Hasn't he finished his work yet? Hasn't he finished his work yet? Couldn't he be a psychiatrist last year? Couldn't he be a psychiatrist last year? We couldn't find it. We couldn't find it. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. The container holds 1 liter of liquid. We had already finished the project before the presentation. We had already finished the project before the presentation. Look at this. Look at this. We're going on vacation to Hawaii next month. We're going on vacation to Hawaii next month. You will learn to play a musical instrument. You will learn to play a musical instrument. It may not count after 2 months. It may not count after 2 months. Is your grandson an analyst? Is your grandson an analyst? Covering. Covering. It rained heavily all day. It rained heavily all day. As a result, we must act immediately. As a result, we must act immediately. I have plans and goals. I have plans and goals. Fixed some issues with unit testing and coding issue that has existed for 1 year. Fixed some issues with unit testing and coding issue that has existed for 1 year. When I got to the party, everyone had already left. When I got to the party, everyone had already left. Whose book is this? Whose book is this? We'll run into more obstacles down the road. We'll run into more obstacles down the road. Wouldn't it normally fit? Wouldn't it normally fit? I have a big project to finish by the end of the week. I have a big project to finish by the end of the week. Modestly. Modestly. Did you drape at noon? Did you drape at noon? These are her earrings. These are her earrings. You have to bargain after 1 weekend. You have to bargain after 1 weekend. Are our cousins receptionists? Are our cousins receptionists? Not everyone can work under pressure. Not everyone can work under pressure. You have to save money for emergencies. You have to save money for emergencies. Don't they dance at noon? Don't they dance at noon? He failed the exam because he did not study. He failed the exam because he did not study. I want to watch a movie. I want to watch a movie. Didn't I push 1 week ago? Didn't I push 1 week ago? I have to meet him in 20 minutes. I have to meet him in 20 minutes. She bought a new dress for the party. She bought a new dress for the party. They were having a picnic in the park on Sunday. They were having a picnic in the park on Sunday. These are beautiful sunflowers. These are beautiful sunflowers. Your mother was a courier. Your mother was a courier. Was your uncle an artist? Was your uncle an artist? They look alike. They look alike. Can you drop me off at the airport? Can you drop me off at the airport? The game we watched last night was really funny. The game we watched last night was really funny. The movie finished an hour ago. The movie finished an hour ago. He didn't exercise regularly and his fitness level dropped as a result. He didn't exercise regularly and his fitness level dropped as a result. Believe it or not, for a long time. Believe it or not, for a long time. May I have a look at your newspaper, please? May I have a look at your newspaper, please? I normally take it off. I normally take it off. They are chatting. They are chatting. I just need to believe in me. I just need to believe in me. Is your son a secretary? Is your son a secretary? They want to learn to play the piano. They want to learn to play the piano. I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie. I need to buy some textbooks. Where can I find the campus bookstore? I need to buy some textbooks. Where can I find the campus bookstore? I think you're going to the party tonight. I think you're going to the party tonight. In this case, we need to act quickly to prevent further damage. In this case, we need to act quickly to prevent further damage. I feel awkward around large groups of people. I feel awkward around large groups of people. Disappoint. Disappoint. You must reply after 3 nights. You must reply after 3 nights. How can I go there? How can I go there? To exercise. To exercise. Can't we get it under control at noon? Can't we get it under control at noon? Are the summers hot where you live? Are the summers hot where you live? The problem has been satisfactorily resolved. The problem has been satisfactorily resolved. I will do my best. I will do my best. Was their grandmother a beautician? Was their grandmother a beautician? He will not be a poet often. He will not be a poet often. They would not demand. They would not demand. How many languages did you speak last year? How many languages did you speak last year? Do we have to feed after one night? Do we have to feed after one night? They cooked dinner together and had a great time. They cooked dinner together and had a great time. We're late for the movie. We're late for the movie. Can't you build? Can't you build? I'm not angry with you. I'm not angry with you. If the weather is hot, I will not go out. If the weather is hot, I will not go out. They can give private lessons for 15 days. They can give private lessons for 15 days. He learned to play the guitar. He learned to play the guitar. I wanted to dive into the pool. I wanted to dive into the pool. Are your grandchildren priests? Are your grandchildren priests? I will be working on my new novel next month. I will be working on my new novel next month. Cancel. Cancel. How many cars are in the garage? How many cars are in the garage? We can be columnists every month. We can be columnists every month. These are expensive watches. These are expensive watches. Can you usually be a cashier? Can you usually be a cashier? I need a break. I need a break. He has an artistic talent. He has an artistic talent. Don't they see it, Don? Don't they see it, Don? I don't notice anything strange. I don't notice anything strange. For I'm going to the amusement park. For I'm going to the amusement park. Must be the dusk decorator. Must be the dusk decorator. Should mention. Should mention. The baby looks happy. The baby looks happy. I have to pick up my sons from the school bus. I have to pick up my sons from the school bus. They want to go shopping this afternoon. They want to go shopping this afternoon. Shouldn't you warn me at dawn? Shouldn't you warn me at dawn? My stepson was an artist. My stepson was an artist. He will call his sister later. He will call his sister later. He studied science for the exam. He studied science for the exam. Could you please help me with this math problem? Could you please help me with this math problem? Check out. Check out. We should not pay after 1 hour. We should not pay after 1 hour. Where can I find spices and seasonings? Where can I find spices and seasonings? I will stay home this weekend. I will stay home this weekend. The house is built with bricks. The house is built with bricks. I will do my best. I will do my best. What is the price? What is the price? He was walking his dog in the park. He was walking his dog in the park. He speaks 3 languages. He speaks 3 languages. I'll have to take an exam to get my license. I'll have to take an exam to get my license. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. We were waiting in line when we saw our favorite actor. We were waiting in line when we saw our favorite actor. You don't need to buy a new dress for the party. Wear something you already have. You don't need to buy a new dress for the party. Wear something you already have. You can also lose money if the stock price drops. You can also lose money if the stock price drops. The supermarket opens at 8 a.m. The supermarket opens at 8 a.m. I was waiting for the bus for a long time when a friendly stranger offered to put me in the car. I was waiting for the bus for a long time when a friendly stranger offered to put me in the car. I shouldn't measure. I shouldn't measure. Didn't it start? Didn't it start? They had a great time at the party. They had a great time at the party. Sometimes they have to agree. Sometimes they have to agree. I've never seen this car before. I've never seen this car before. He will have finished the report when the meeting begins. He will have finished the report when the meeting begins. You'll be a journeyman at 2 o'clock midnight. You'll be a journeyman at 2 o'clock midnight. The girl who plays the piano is very talented. The girl who plays the piano is very talented. I plan to take a vacation next month. I plan to take a vacation next month. You tricked me. You tricked me. Can you exclude soon? Can you exclude soon? Cannot recognize. Cannot recognize. Watch. Watch. We're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. Should not disturb. Should not disturb. I accept your apology for what you said. I accept your apology for what you said. You can't come after 3 weeks. You can't come after 3 weeks. I urgently need to fix this technical issue. I urgently need to fix this technical issue. The students are listening to the teacher. The students are listening to the teacher. Do we have deep link URLs? What is this URL? Do we have deep link URLs? What is this URL? It's hard to say goodbye. It's hard to say goodbye. Can I borrow your umbrella? Can I borrow your umbrella? He is not close. He is not close. A sandwich would be great. A sandwich would be great. The environment is very important to our survival. The environment is very important to our survival. Point out. Point out. Now there will be no investors. Now there will be no investors. Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Don't we have to send it after 5 days? In the spring the snow will melt. In the spring the snow will melt. They were swimming in the pool when it started to rumble. They were swimming in the pool when it started to rumble. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your interest. If they had studied harder, they would have passed the test. If they had studied harder, they would have passed the test. Where do they live? Where do they live? Clue. Clue. Cannot apply at noon. Cannot apply at noon. Don't we have to send it after 5 days? Don't we have to send it after 5 days? To change. To change. Relevance. Relevance. If you don't finish your homework, you'll get a low grade. If you don't finish your homework, you'll get a low grade. You didn't fly. You didn't fly. Energetic. Energetic. Was your neighbor a merchant? Was your neighbor a merchant? I am happy that we can learn new words together. I am happy that we can learn new words together. Is his son the sheriff? Is his son the sheriff? I'm going to the farm. I'm going to the farm. He's not coming to the party, is he? He's not coming to the party, is he? He sought compensation after the accident. He sought compensation after the accident. Neighbor hematologist. Neighbor hematologist. He was reading in his favorite armchair by the fireplace. He was reading in his favorite armchair by the fireplace. I don't think it helps anyone. I don't think it helps anyone. Second. Second. Are their daughters salespeople? Are their daughters salespeople? As soon as possible. As soon as possible. What should you do if you meet the Queen? What should you do if you meet the Queen? I was playing football when you came. I was playing football when you came. Do you have any food allergies or intolerances? Do you have any food allergies or intolerances? Fill out this form. Fill out this form. Do you have gluten-free options for waffles? Do you have gluten-free options for waffles? This is my computer. This is my computer. Should not be invited every day. Should not be invited every day. I watched a great concert last night and I have to tell you. I watched a great concert last night and I have to tell you. Are you worried right now? Are you worried right now? Sarah can play the piano and her brother can also play the piano. Sarah can play the piano and her brother can also play the piano. I'm going to the cafe. I'm going to the cafe. How long does the sale take? How long does the sale take? It can be a busy day at work. It can be a busy day at work. Can't we spend? Can't we spend? We couldn't catch it the night before. We couldn't catch it the night before. Can make a promise later in the morning. Can make a promise later in the morning. My family is very important to me. My family is very important to me. I noted. I noted. I cannot reach this page. You? I cannot reach this page. You? Istanbul is Turkey's largest city. Istanbul is Turkey's largest city. Where are you from? Where are you from? What brought you today? What brought you today? Would he learn? Would he learn? Can't they be prepared before noon? Can't they be prepared before noon? I can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's real. Would they force? Would they force? There are few grapes. There are few grapes. Burst. Burst. What are you doing? What are you doing? What time do you leave school? What time do you leave school? Wait, Tommy. Wait, Tommy. Sequence. Sequence. I can't eat spicy food. It makes me sick. I can't eat spicy food. It makes me sick. Then you will impose. Then you will impose. He was reading a book when his phone rang. He was reading a book when his phone rang. I have to fix it often. I have to fix it often. You were not nervous. You were not nervous. We did not guide at night. We did not guide at night. I'm going to have dinner with my family at 8 p.m. I'm going to have dinner with my family at 8 p.m. Turn into. Turn into. He planted flowers in the garden. He planted flowers in the garden. This is your pet's food. This is your pet's food. Then I couldn't work. Then I couldn't work. The boy wearing the blue shirt is my cousin. The boy wearing the blue shirt is my cousin. She had already bought a new dress for the party. She had already bought a new dress for the party. Next year, he will have visited all the major cities of Europe. Next year, he will have visited all the major cities of Europe. I have to donate the oranges. I have to donate the oranges. Can we be inspectors in 5 years? Can we be inspectors in 5 years? The baby is crawling on the floor. The baby is crawling on the floor. Duration. Duration. Was my son an ecologist? Was my son an ecologist? His sister is a lawyer. His sister is a lawyer. Matt, boil some water. Matt, boil some water. We had the plumber fix the leaky faucet. We had the plumber fix the leaky faucet. Driving when tired. Driving when tired. Can I request a specific product brand? Can I request a specific product brand? Didn't they fit in 5 hours ago? Didn't they fit in 5 hours ago? I don't know if it will come. I don't know if it will come. Was he a nighttime inspector? Was he a nighttime inspector? One, I'm going to the gym. One, I'm going to the gym. Do you like swimming? Do you like swimming? Why, I will be angry. Why, I will be angry. I can't lend you my car. It's being repaired. I can't lend you my car. It's being repaired. Didn't you repeat? Didn't you repeat? He has a great sense of humor. He has a great sense of humor. Were your parents detectives? Were your parents detectives? The sound from the kitchen made him curious. The sound from the kitchen made him curious. I have plans and goals. I have plans and goals. Pushing 10 years. Pushing 10 years. Can I borrow your umbrella? Can I borrow your umbrella? As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Can I settle in every week? Can I settle in every week? Don't I agree at sunrise? Don't I agree at sunrise? Where are you now? Where are you now? We should write poetry now. We should write poetry now. We don't talk like that to each other. We don't talk like that to each other. What a fascinating place. What a fascinating place. I'm practicing my guitar skills. I'm practicing my guitar skills. He wants to be a successful entrepreneur. He wants to be a successful entrepreneur. I will wait for you until the end of the day. I will wait for you until the end of the day. We don't have a lot of code coverage. We don't have a lot of code coverage. Is your father an orthopedist? Is your father an orthopedist? What is the purpose of your trip? What is the purpose of your trip? How often does he visit his parents? How often does he visit his parents? The music is too loud, can you turn it down? The music is too loud, can you turn it down? Unnecessary. Unnecessary. How many people are in the cinema? How many people are in the cinema? Would they monk every week? Would they monk every week? Then we can accept. Then we can accept. We must cooperate more effectively to achieve our goals. We must cooperate more effectively to achieve our goals. Rarely do we get. Rarely do we get. I will do my best. I will do my best. Grilled squid. Grilled squid. Will you come in at night? Will you come in at night? There is a picture on the wall. There is a picture on the wall. Except that one. Except that one. I'm going to the post office. I'm going to the post office. Wants to stay here. Wants to stay here. How old are you? How old are you? Was your stepson a pharmacist? Was your stepson a pharmacist? Every day is a proxy. Every day is a proxy. I've finished my homework. I've finished my homework. I will be working. I will be working. Was the window cleaner next year? Was the window cleaner next year? Do you sell fresh meat? Do you sell fresh meat? It was raining when I went out. It was raining when I went out. Usually can't bartender. Usually can't bartender. I have a date with him at 6. I have a date with him at 6. We can buy food if we go to the supermarket. We can buy food if we go to the supermarket. Good job. Good job. There may not be a courier at dusk. There may not be a courier at dusk. Would he start a war? Would he start a war? He is a talented painter. He is a talented painter. He can't settle in. He can't settle in. Were his cousins dietitians? Were his cousins dietitians? They could save money by buying in bulk. They could save money by buying in bulk. The cook is cooking in the kitchen. The cook is cooking in the kitchen. Would you like to take dance lessons? Would you like to take dance lessons? We are excited to celebrate our anniversary. We are excited to celebrate our anniversary. Affected. Affected. When leaving the room, you must remember to turn off the lights. When leaving the room, you must remember to turn off the lights. Give me the best book niches. Give me the best book niches. He was born in the 1980s. He was born in the 1980s. Do you mind if I use your toilet? Do you mind if I use your toilet? I have to go home. I have to go home. Autumn leaves are beautiful. Autumn leaves are beautiful. They wish they hadn't spent all their money on useless things. They wish they hadn't spent all their money on useless things. Whose idea was it to go on vacation? Whose idea was it to go on vacation? How many children are in the playground? How many children are in the playground? I have a pain in my head. I have a pain in my head. If it were me, I would go on vacation. If it were me, I would go on vacation. Pasta. Pasta. He guessed the answer was 12. He guessed the answer was 12. The article argues that technology has both positive and negative effects. The article argues that technology has both positive and negative effects. What do you like doing in your free time? What do you like doing in your free time? I'm watching a movie tonight. I'm watching a movie tonight. I am playing football. I am playing football. Envelope. Envelope. His brother-in-law is an assistant. His brother-in-law is an assistant. Your cousins were jugglers. Your cousins were jugglers. Were you running late until you realized your car had a flat tire? Were you running late until you realized your car had a flat tire? They volunteered at the animal shelter. They volunteered at the animal shelter. They envy your success. They envy your success. My lottery ticket is lost. My lottery ticket is lost. If it snows tomorrow, we can go skiing. If it snows tomorrow, we can go skiing. The magazine published an article about eco-friendly living. The magazine published an article about eco-friendly living. Prove you can do it. Prove you can do it. Don't they assume 2 centuries later? Don't they assume 2 centuries later? If I had known it would rain, I would have brought an umbrella. If I had known it would rain, I would have brought an umbrella. Can we discuss this in more detail at our next meeting? Can we discuss this in more detail at our next meeting? Shouldn't we fill it sooner? Shouldn't we fill it sooner? The cat was chasing the mouse. The cat was chasing the mouse. We have no finished tickets. We have no finished tickets. Early, early. Yellow flowers are brighter than white ones. Yellow flowers are brighter than white ones. Could not develop occasionally. Could not develop occasionally. Hadn't he grown? Hadn't he grown? Will I rarely leave? Will I rarely leave? Is his stepson a naturalist? Is his stepson a naturalist? They will be buying a new car soon. They will be buying a new car soon. Continuous learning is necessary for personal development. Continuous learning is necessary for personal development. Tree branch. Tree branch. Is his friend a geographer? Is his friend a geographer? Is her husband a priest? Is her husband a priest? Would it conclude? Would it conclude? Shouldn't it be connected? Shouldn't it be connected? The restaurant was closed when we arrived. The restaurant was closed when we arrived. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. My neighbor is a soldier. My neighbor is a soldier. Will you go forward? Will you go forward? It should cool down after a week. It should cool down after a week. His neighbor is the bartender. His neighbor is the bartender. Morning traffic is worse than evening. Morning traffic is worse than evening. I love chocolate. I love chocolate. Anyone can join the club. Anyone can join the club. Are their spouses anthropologists? Are their spouses anthropologists? Can't they be carpenters after 1 week? Can't they be carpenters after 1 week? I won't be working tomorrow. I won't be working tomorrow. I eat. I eat. She danced in ballet. She danced in ballet. I'm dyeing socks. I'm dyeing socks. If you need help, I'll be there for you. If you need help, I'll be there for you. How long have you been a doctor? How long have you been a doctor? Should appear. Should appear. Can't I be a weightlifter at sunrise? Can't I be a weightlifter at sunrise? He's a terrible driver, he almost killed me. He's a terrible driver, he almost killed me. Can arrest. Can arrest. I would love to see your photos again. I would love to see your photos again. His grandmother is the dean. His grandmother is the dean. This is your brother. This is your brother. Should he do 2 landscaping in the afternoon? Should he do 2 landscaping in the afternoon? You will have pizza for dinner. You will have pizza for dinner. They will reply soon. They will reply soon. Who do you love most in your family? Who do you love most in your family? If it's cold, wear a jacket. If it's cold, wear a jacket. I was studying when you came home. I was studying when you came home. He is practicing the piano. He is practicing the piano. Relevant regional. Relevant regional. Can't recognize it after 4 weeks? Can't recognize it after 4 weeks? I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. How can I say? How can I say? Thanks in advance. Thanks in advance. I have to log in after 3 minutes. I have to log in after 3 minutes. I'm still trying to decide what to cook for dinner. I'm still trying to decide what to cook for dinner. We went for pizza after the game. We went for pizza after the game. Is their father a curator? Is their father a curator? His wife is an analyst. His wife is an analyst. Does it reflect after 3 seconds? Does it reflect after 3 seconds? I'm going to school for my brother's books. I'm going to school for my brother's books. We'll organize now. We'll organize now. Can it mark every day? Can it mark every day? Did it support the day before? Did it support the day before? Determined. Determined. After 3 months, you can go to the doctor. After 3 months, you can go to the doctor. We are excited to open a new page in our lives. We are excited to open a new page in our lives. He easily understands the concept. He easily understands the concept. Can't be organized. Can't be organized. His grandmother's legacy inspired him. His grandmother's legacy inspired him. I came home at 8 p.m. I came home at 8 p.m. I'm going to cover my car with a new layer of polish. I'm going to cover my car with a new layer of polish. The message was sent to the wrong recipient. The message was sent to the wrong recipient. They would not connect. They would not connect. They were not ready for 2 weeks. They were not ready for 2 weeks. Connected weekly? Connected weekly? The mouse quickly ran away. The mouse quickly ran away. We would continue with other platforms. We would continue with other platforms. They had known each other for years before they became business partners. They had known each other for years before they became business partners. They want to improve their English skills. They want to improve their English skills. They said to us, "We've been friends for years." They said to us, "We've been friends for years." Can I have another slice of cake? Can I have another slice of cake? Can I pay by credit card? Can I pay by credit card? Announced. Announced. I wish I could have attended the concert last night. I wish I could have attended the concert last night. He is very young and very new to our industry. But he is open to learning. He is very young and very new to our industry. But he is open to learning. These tickets are too many. These tickets are too many. He will be happy if you give him a gift. He will be happy if you give him a gift. I think I have a fever. I think I have a fever. I do not trust you. I do not trust you. Car in front of me. Car in front of me. He is a professional athlete and trains every day. He is a professional athlete and trains every day. Humble. Humble. Can handle 2 weeks. Can handle 2 weeks. I need to finish writing this report. I need to finish writing this report. As a result, we must act immediately. As a result, we must act immediately. Can't we do a manicure next year? Can't we do a manicure next year? Was her daughter a songwriter? Was her daughter a songwriter? Can I become a concierge after 3 years? Can I become a concierge after 3 years? I bought a new laptop to study for my exams. I bought a new laptop to study for my exams. Can I be a stylist in 1 hour? Can I be a stylist in 1 hour? I don't notice anything special about the way things are going right now. I don't notice anything special about the way things are going right now. I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich. Can you suggest some good places to eat around here? Can you suggest some good places to eat around here? I will do laundry at 8 p.m. I will do laundry at 8 p.m. Will he not defend? Will he not defend? Take out the trash. Take out the trash. I can't watch horror movies. They scare me. I can't watch horror movies. They scare me. When you return from your trip, I will have redecorated the house. When you return from your trip, I will have redecorated the house. If they invited me, I would join the party. If they invited me, I would join the party. The package is too large to fit in the mailbox. The package is too large to fit in the mailbox. He is married. He is married. We will have a party on Saturday. We will have a party on Saturday. Would he start a war? Would he start a war? He was not a nighttime pharmacist. He was not a nighttime pharmacist. Could you please send me the agenda of the meeting? Could you please send me the agenda of the meeting? Is it made of leather? Is it made of leather? She has to cook for her family tonight. She has to cook for her family tonight. We shouldn't be aviators at sunset. We shouldn't be aviators at sunset. I haven't been a cleaner every year. I haven't been a cleaner every year. First of all, if only the rain had stopped, we could go for a walk. If only the rain had stopped, we could go for a walk. My mother-in-law was a pediatrician. My mother-in-law was a pediatrician. I'm going shopping this weekend. I'm going shopping this weekend. You look divine. You look divine. Our relatives were air traffic controllers. Our relatives were air traffic controllers. Shouldn't he be watching? Shouldn't he be watching? Not every year bartender. Not every year bartender. Who exactly should I send this message to? Who exactly should I send this message to? The representative will assist you with the paperwork. The representative will assist you with the paperwork. If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. If the weather is nice, we will go for a walk. How much money does he have? How much money does he have? If it is possible. If it is possible. I'm going to the dentist. I'm going to the dentist. I can come every month. I can come every month. I went to a modeling agency. I went to a modeling agency. I am working now. I am working now. Pessimistic in my life. Pessimistic in my life. They may already be gone. They may already be gone. There will be no monthly lieutenant. There will be no monthly lieutenant. He likes to do sports. He likes to do sports. I think it's best to come home with us. I think it's best to come home with us. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. The dog barked at himself in the mirror. We have no finished tickets. We have no finished tickets. Would it suppress after 4 seconds? Would it suppress after 4 seconds? He likes listening to music. He likes listening to music. He was not usually a butler. He was not usually a butler. Can't I be a scientist in a week? Can't I be a scientist in a week? Which do you prefer, mountains or beaches? Which do you prefer, mountains or beaches? My English improves with every practice session. My English improves with every practice session. Can't you apply then? Can't you apply then? I need a break. I have to go somewhere. I need a break. I have to go somewhere. Do I get engaged often? Do I get engaged often? I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. I'll be giving a presentation in front of the class next month. May I have your luggage tag, please? May I have your luggage tag, please? I want to write a book about a woman who wonders about the world. I want to write a book about a woman who wonders about the world. 18 years old. 18 years old. Isn't it a hairdresser next year? Isn't it a hairdresser next year? Don't come late to class. Don't come late to class. English was spoken all over the world. English was spoken all over the world. There were too many people at the concert. There were too many people at the concert. Can be covered immediately. Can be covered immediately. I was watching a western when the phone rang. I was watching a western when the phone rang. Your stepdaughter's shepherd. Your stepdaughter's shepherd. If I were president, I would change a lot. If I were president, I would change a lot. Why don't we visit the art gallery downtown? Why don't we visit the art gallery downtown? Fill it. Fill it. I will be happy if I get accepted to the university. I will be happy if I get accepted to the university. I had breakfast. I had breakfast. Deserved. Deserved. They want to improve their English skills. They want to improve their English skills. I got up at 7 in the morning, had dinner and took the bus to school. I got up at 7 in the morning, had dinner and took the bus to school. Did you just say to me? Did you just say to me? Are we going to launch the sun? Are we going to launch the sun? We have to be programmers in 1 week. We have to be programmers in 1 week. We shouldn't create every day. We shouldn't create every day. Was his half-brother a barber? Was his half-brother a barber? When are you coming? When are you coming? We have to design it after 5 days. We have to design it after 5 days. They may not sit. They may not sit. I'm going to the dentist next week. I'm going to the dentist next week. The train arrives at 8 o'clock. The train arrives at 8 o'clock. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. Do you have a pet? Do you have a pet? Should show. Should show. Was your niece a nurse? Was your niece a nurse? Can they understand? Can they understand? Come straight home after school today. Come straight home after school today. Located on the hill, the house offers a magnificent view. Located on the hill, the house offers a magnificent view. To hit. May not suggest at dawn. May not suggest at dawn. Can I bring my own bag to pack my food? Can I bring my own bag to pack my food? After 3 months it should be a technician. After 3 months it should be a technician. Does he like chocolate? Does he like chocolate? I bought him a shirt and shoes. I bought him a shirt and shoes. Did you go to school? Did you go to school? The difference between the two proposals was not immediately obvious. The difference between the two proposals was not immediately obvious. He had not been able to find his passport before his trip. He had not been able to find his passport before his trip. Have you ever tried skydiving? Have you ever tried skydiving? However, he always wants to help people. However, he always wants to help people. Is his son the sheriff? Is his son the sheriff? Yes, I guess. Yes, I guess. I have to fix it often. I have to fix it often. Were they craftsmen last year? Were they craftsmen last year? First we will separate some parts. Then I will map each part with a developer. So, developers start coding after planning. First we will separate some parts. Then I will map each part with a developer. So, developers start coding after planning. I am planning to take a yoga class. I am planning to take a yoga class. Couldn't he have been a lifeguard a week ago? Couldn't he have been a lifeguard a week ago? Says a lot. Says a lot. One, I will have sex. One, I will have sex. I asked him to start right away. I asked him to start right away. By the time they graduate, we'll have already planned the graduation party. By the time they graduate, we'll have already planned the graduation party. We have to do. We have to do. Do you have a pet? Do you have a pet? Impatient. Impatient. Then he will be watching. Then he will be watching. Teresa has more grapes than Sam. Teresa has more grapes than Sam. I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. I guess I didn't have much time because I was busy. Of all the options, this seemed like the best fit. Of all the options, this seemed like the best fit. Why not right away? Why not right away? Result in. Result in. You cannot mark at sunset. You cannot mark at sunset. His wife is an analyst. His wife is an analyst. Was his stepfather a researcher? Was his stepfather a researcher? Can I taste this juice sample? Can I taste this juice sample? Was I studying when you called? Was I studying when you called? I have to go home. I have to go home. We were jogging in the park early in the morning. We were jogging in the park early in the morning. It wouldn't be any better. It wouldn't be any better. She will take a yoga class. She will take a yoga class. They attended a cooking workshop to learn new recipes. They attended a cooking workshop to learn new recipes. The federal government is responsible for taxes. The federal government is responsible for taxes. We can't go for a walk until the weather clears. We can't go for a walk until the weather clears. He has to take care of his younger siblings. He has to take care of his younger siblings. They are renovating their home and turning it into their dream home. They are renovating their home and turning it into their dream home. How did you study? How did you study? We had a meeting and after that we went out for lunch. We had a meeting and after that we went out for lunch. It is compared one night later. It is compared one night later. Stabbed. Stabbed. I was in secretarial faculty. I was in secretarial faculty. Sympathetic. Sympathetic. The sun was shining brightly all day, but then it started to rain heavily. The sun was shining brightly all day, but then it started to rain heavily. He is a successful entrepreneur and has founded several companies. He is a successful entrepreneur and has founded several companies. Did we like this song? Did we like this song? He loves taking nature photos. He loves taking nature photos. He attended a workshop to learn about photography. He attended a workshop to learn about photography. Should not imply. Should not imply. Do you know how to keep a secret? Do you know how to keep a secret? There are 4 chairs around the table. There are 4 chairs around the table. I saw it at school. I saw it at school. Shouldn't you be a lobbyist for 10 years? Shouldn't you be a lobbyist for 10 years? Does it fail sometimes? Does it fail sometimes? Stepdaughter's field officer. Stepdaughter's field officer. If he won the lottery, he would buy a mansion. If he won the lottery, he would buy a mansion. May ask next year. May ask next year. We should get to work, right? We should get to work, right? Can we grow right now? Can we grow right now? The woman who lives next door is very friendly. The woman who lives next door is very friendly. Was his brother a painter? Was his brother a painter? The road is blocked. The road is blocked. Do they have to take it out? Do they have to take it out? The dress is too big for her. The dress is too big for her. We can be successful every day. We can be successful every day. Would I be a jockey later? Would I be a jockey later? You will have pizza for dinner. You will have pizza for dinner. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. They were having a barbecue in the backyard. They were having a barbecue in the backyard. My sister called me this morning. My sister called me this morning. Are we guards before? Are we guards before? Should not be audited every month. Should not be audited every month. Where is your favorite place to visit? Where is your favorite place to visit? I'll be ready until you come to pick me up. I'll be ready until you come to pick me up. Should they complain often? Should they complain often? Students are preparing for math competition. Students are preparing for math competition. 2. I don't notice anything special about the case. 2. I don't notice anything special about the case. Was his wife a surgeon? Was his wife a surgeon? His nephew was the driver. His nephew was the driver. Well known. Well known. Addiction policy. Addiction policy. They want to learn to play the guitar. They want to learn to play the guitar. The concert starts at 1900. Sharp. The concert starts at 1900. Sharp. Can you imagine last year? Can you imagine last year? You will never see me again. You will never see me again. I dance at parties. I dance at parties. Should it always be removed? Should it always be removed? He always wears a hat to protect himself from the sun. He always wears a hat to protect himself from the sun. We played cards with our neighbors. We played cards with our neighbors. What should these values be? What should these values be? Can't invade. Can't invade. I can speak Spanish and my cousin can too. I can speak Spanish and my cousin can too. He is an inventor. He is an inventor. Not all come. Not all come. I watched a movie last night. I watched a movie last night. He has been working on the research project since last year. He has been working on the research project since last year. She wouldn't cry for a week. She wouldn't cry for a week. We'll start a war. We'll start a war. You will watch television. You will watch television. Do you have a reusable shopping bag? Do you have a reusable shopping bag? Food tastes spicy. food tastes spicy. Is there cheese in the fridge? Is there cheese in the fridge? Their stepmother is a golfer. Their stepmother is a golfer. They got it now. They got it now. We've been friends since high school. We've been friends since high school. This phone is more user-friendly than that. This phone is more user-friendly than that. By the end of the day, I will have finished studying for the exam. By the end of the day, I will have finished studying for the exam. Can I use my loyalty points for shopping? Can I use my loyalty points for shopping? Were they dating for a long time before they decided to break up? Were they dating for a long time before they decided to break up? I've seen that movie. I've seen that movie. What kind of toys? What kind of toys? I wish I had more time to spend with my family. I wish I had more time to spend with my family. May come close. May come close. Is there a toy aisle in the store? Is there a toy aisle in the store? He quietly rides a bunny. He quietly rides a bunny. A driver was sleeping in the car. A driver was sleeping in the car. Now you can take off your helmet. Now you can take off your helmet. The museum is open from 10 o'clock to 1800. The museum is open from 10 o'clock to 1800. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You must be responsible for your actions. You must be responsible for your actions. Can't you normally specify? Can't you normally specify? Doesn't it help? Doesn't it help? Could he be a lawyer last year? Could he be a lawyer last year? Cave. Cave. How did you walk? How did you walk? Can he become a pathologist after 2 years? Can he become a pathologist after 2 years? His stepmother is a sailor. His stepmother is a sailor. Can't we step up? Can't we step up? Do you have organic products on hand? Do you have organic products on hand? I don't notice anything special about the current situation. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. How should I cook fresh tuna? Just grill for 4 minutes on each side. How should I cook fresh tuna? Just grill for 4 minutes on each side. They were walking their dogs in the park when it started to get dark. They were walking their dogs in the park when it started to get dark. Do they judge at sunset? Do they judge at sunset? If they work hard, they will be successful. If they work hard, they will be successful. I've been playing the piano for hours, so I was able to perform the piece perfectly. I've been playing the piano for hours, so I was able to perform the piece perfectly. Time flies like an arrow. Time flies like an arrow. I will be working on my new novel next month. I will be working on my new novel next month. He can't be a babysitter right away. He can't be a babysitter right away. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. He wasn't a beekeeper 1 hour ago. He wasn't a beekeeper 1 hour ago. Relevance. Relevance. Where is the glass? Where is the glass? Hot sausages. Hot sausages. We didn't print it 5 years ago. We didn't print it 5 years ago. I wish I hadn't stopped playing the piano. I wish I hadn't stopped playing the piano. Won't he enjoy the sunrise? Won't he enjoy the sunrise? My cousins are illusionists. My cousins are illusionists. You were borrowing daily. You were borrowing daily. I have been working at school for 6 hours. I have been working at school for 6 hours. His sisters are missionaries. His sisters are missionaries. My sister likes to read novels. My sister likes to read novels. The pine trees sway gently in the breeze. The pine trees sway gently in the breeze. Must be on horseback at night. Must be on horseback at night. They were able to pilot 2 hours ago. They were able to pilot 2 hours ago. Well, you learn from your mistake. Well, you learn from your mistake. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. 2 I will go out if it is not wet. 2 I will go out if it is not wet. Not stored monthly. Not stored monthly. Tom has been working on his project since yesterday. Tom has been working on his project since yesterday. The edge of the forest was a great place for birdwatching. The edge of the forest was a great place for birdwatching. Her mother-in-law is a minister. Her mother-in-law is a minister. We'll meet in the park, right? We'll meet in the park, right? The land was very even and very difficult to envelop. The land was very even and very difficult to envelop. I have to skip the other meeting, thanks. I have to skip the other meeting, thanks. We volunteered at a shelter to help homeless people. We volunteered at a shelter to help homeless people. Then 1 in the morning it wouldn't shake. Then 1 in the morning it wouldn't shake. Let me know if you want to hang out sometime. Let me know if you want to hang out sometime. He rarely goes shopping. He rarely goes shopping. Would he be an ambassador every month? Would he be an ambassador every month? Wound. Wound. Don't they often? Don't they often? Disposition. Disposition. You can never learn. You can never learn. May not be available every week. May not be available every week. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Yes, I understand what you're saying. He continued to study until he passed the exam. He continued to study until he passed the exam. He must ask permission before leaving the office. He must ask permission before leaving the office. He enjoys playing basketball with his friends. He enjoys playing basketball with his friends. I usually listen to music on the bus. I usually listen to music on the bus. Why do you work? Why do you work? If you lend me your book, I'll give it back tomorrow. If you lend me your book, I'll give it back tomorrow. May I have your phone number, please? May I have your phone number, please? They cannot doubt the moon. They cannot doubt the moon. The dog chewed on my shoe. The dog chewed on my shoe. Do you have to answer at 5 p.m.? Do you have to answer at 5 p.m.? Can't lobby now? Can't lobby now? Never fear. Never fear. I want to improve my English speaking skills. I want to improve my English speaking skills. Let me have your drink first. Let me have your drink first. An ambulance arrived at the scene immediately after the accident. An ambulance arrived at the scene immediately after the accident. I think I'll be at your house in about 20 minutes. I think I'll be at your house in about 20 minutes. The company was experiencing financial difficulties. The company was experiencing financial difficulties. She is more talkative than her sister. She is more talkative than her sister. They will play football in the park later today. They will play football in the park later today. Jim, I'm here for you to believe, you know that. I don't judge you. Jim, I'm here for you to believe, you know that. I don't judge you. He will then study for his exam in the library. He will then study for his exam in the library. Isn't he afraid? Isn't he afraid? We have dinner at 7 o'clock. We have dinner at 7 o'clock. Who will clean? Who will clean? Later I will meet my friends for coffee. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. We often go swimming in the summer. We often go swimming in the summer. Shouldn't he be a dietitian soon? Shouldn't he be a dietitian soon? She had a beautiful face. She had a beautiful face. Their wives are porters. Their wives are porters. They were playing basketball in the gym after school. They were playing basketball in the gym after school. I don't need your pity. I don't need your pity. Do they become real estate agents in 1 hour? Do they become real estate agents in 1 hour? International organizations are important to global trade. International organizations are important to global trade. They would jump 3 centuries later. They would jump 3 centuries later. The food was heavy. The food was heavy. Make a wine. Make a wine. Is her brother a stylist? Is her brother a stylist? Despite. We will travel to Europe next summer, they said. We will travel to Europe next summer, they said. Would it be after 4 nights? Would it be after 4 nights? He always wears a smile. He always wears a smile. You must not eat in class. You must not eat in class. Let's finish the meeting if you want. Let's finish the meeting if you want. He was occasionally arrested. He was occasionally arrested. I'm going to the cinema to watch a new broadcast. I'm going to the cinema to watch a new broadcast. Can you help me? Asked. Can you help me? Asked. The students had already left the school when the principal arrived. The students had already left the school when the principal arrived. I want to walk in the park. I want to walk in the park. You must be a homeowner every month. You must be a homeowner every month. We did not complete. We did not complete. I need to check bus times. I need to check bus times. Can they appear every month? Can they appear every month? Do you believe I won? Do you believe I won? My nephew was a clown. My nephew was a clown. Can you meet me at the restaurant at 7 p.m.? Can you meet me at the restaurant at 7 p.m.? Will you be an actor? Will you be an actor? I'm sorry I offended you. I'm sorry I offended you. You may not act occasionally. You may not act occasionally. We had a meeting and after that we went out for lunch. We had a meeting and after that we went out for lunch. He got his diploma and started working after that. He got his diploma and started working after that. The overflow of emotion was overwhelming. The overflow of emotion was overwhelming. She cooked for us tonight. She cooked for us tonight. They will have won the championship by the end of the season. They will have won the championship by the end of the season. We have been waiting for the bus for half an hour. We have been waiting for the bus for half an hour. The car driven by the drunk driver caused the accident. The car driven by the drunk driver caused the accident. If you need help, just ask me. If you need help, just ask me. My close plans. My close plans. The beach is crowded. The beach is crowded. Are there mother-in-law's beekeepers? Are there mother-in-law's beekeepers? Actually, I like American music. Actually, I like American music. Can they watch? Can they watch? I'm always hungry and I can't help it. I'm always hungry and I can't help it. The package was wrapped in gift paper. The package was wrapped in gift paper. After that cold winter, spring was a welcome relief. After that cold winter, spring was a welcome relief. Can you help me find my glasses? I can't see without them. Can you help me find my glasses? I can't see without them. Is his son a travel agent? Is his son a travel agent? Road map. Road map. Our aunt was on the jury. Our aunt was on the jury. I will be waiting for you at the bus stop. I will be waiting for you at the bus stop. Avoid. Avoid. Does he play the piano? Does he play the piano? Do you have a dream? Do you have a dream? When are you leaving school? When are you leaving school? I will be studying English when you come home. I will be studying English when you come home. He runs fast. He runs fast. Could you please sign this consent form? Could you please sign this consent form? Are we going to be a urologist once a week? Are we going to be a urologist once a week? We do not control. We do not control. I'll take the trash out later tonight. I'll take the trash out later tonight. Shouldn't they be solving? Shouldn't they be solving? I talked to my boss about my raise. I talked to my boss about my raise. 18 years old. 18 years old. The fake designer handbag was confiscated by customs. The fake designer handbag was confiscated by customs. If I were a famous athlete, I would inspire others to play sports. If I were a famous athlete, I would inspire others to play sports. Didn't it include? Didn't it include? Can I taste this salad mix sample? Can I taste this salad mix sample? Questionnaire. Questionnaire. He will learn how to code in the coming months. He will learn how to code in the coming months. I eat a lot of apples. I eat a lot of apples. I wish I could have attended the concert last night. I wish I could have attended the concert last night. Could send annually. Could send annually. Former organizer. Former organizer. They can go to the police at 4 a.m. They can go to the police at 4 a.m. Must approve. Must approve. He still hasn't returned my call. He still hasn't returned my call. Despite the bad weather, they enjoyed the holiday. Despite the bad weather, they enjoyed the holiday. I own this company. I own this company. Do you benefit? Do you benefit? Aren't you surrounded every day? Aren't you surrounded every day? Answer. Answer. You should have read the book before watching the movie. You should have read the book before watching the movie. Would he be cold? Would he be cold? The education system in the country needed reform. The education system in the country needed reform. He would deny it after 4 nights. He would deny it after 4 nights. He was late for work. He was late for work. I have a lot of things to do before the exam. I have a lot of things to do before the exam. Can't I confirm at night? Can't I confirm at night? I'll be on vacation this time next month. I'll be on vacation this time next month. Were my relatives waitresses? Were my relatives waitresses? Recommended every year. Recommended every year. Didn't we take care of every week? Didn't we take care of every week? I like your brother. I like your brother. I got stuck in traffic on my way to work. I got stuck in traffic on my way to work. Well, you learn from your mistake. Well, you learn from your mistake. There may be a solution to the problem. There may be a solution to the problem. That's why I decided to go to a cooking class. That's why I decided to go to a cooking class. I want lobster. I want lobster. If you come to my house, we'll cook the dinner. If you come to my house, we'll cook the dinner. Could he be an officer before? Could he be an officer before? We will be waiting for you at the airport. We will be waiting for you at the airport. The message was left on the answering machine. The message was left on the answering machine. Near here. Near here. The book is very difficult for me to understand. The book is very difficult for me to understand. We can live every day. We can live every day. I have an appointment in a month. I have an appointment in a month. They were shot in the afternoon. They were shot in the afternoon. The movie we watched yesterday was a romantic comedy. The movie we watched yesterday was a romantic comedy. I enjoy listening to music while working. I enjoy listening to music while working. That man is too tall. That man is too tall. He had never seen snow before he moved to Canada. He had never seen snow before he moved to Canada. Can I pay by credit card? Can I pay by credit card? What is your plan? What is your plan? The city I live in is crowded. The city I live in is crowded. They trust each other. They trust each other. I will relax. I will relax. The house is below average. The house is below average. Would you refuse? Would you refuse? They can point. They can point. They were firemen 5 minutes ago. They were firemen 5 minutes ago. Could you turn on the TV, please? Could you turn on the TV, please? We trust our friends. We trust our friends. They cooked dinner together. They cooked dinner together. To continue. To continue. Aren't they nanny? Aren't they nanny? The food was prepared by the chef. The food was prepared by the chef. The movie starts at sunset. The movie starts at sunset. We shouldn't imply every year. We shouldn't imply every year. 7:30. 7:30. Inside. Inside. Teacher assistant. Teacher assistant. Of all the candidates, he was the most suitable. Of all the candidates, he was the most suitable. That astronomer is not 10 years old. That astronomer is not 10 years old. They want to learn to swim. They want to learn to swim. I missed my bus stop and had to walk back. I missed my bus stop and had to walk back. I am rarely a registrar. I am rarely a registrar. They will work in their garden at the weekend. They will work in their garden at the weekend. He paints as a hobby. He paints as a hobby. Let me. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. Your stepdaughter is a nurse. Your stepdaughter is a nurse. We may not allow it every year. We may not allow it every year. Can't we be judges in 4 weeks? Can't we be judges in 4 weeks? We must respect the privacy of others. We must respect the privacy of others. You cannot reduce later in the morning. You cannot reduce later in the morning. You wouldn't change. You wouldn't change. We didn't get points. We didn't get points. Your mother-in-law was an inspector. Your mother-in-law was an inspector. Give me the best book niches. Give me the best book niches. Let's meet at the library tomorrow. Let's meet at the library tomorrow. We can be inspectors every day. We can be inspectors every day. They had to get to the party on time. They had to get to the party on time. He will plant flowers in the garden. He will plant flowers in the garden. They visited the museum to learn the history. They visited the museum to learn the history. You become a carpenter in 4 days. You become a carpenter in 4 days. He may go to Europe next month. He may go to Europe next month. Your grandmother was a sculptor. Your grandmother was a sculptor. They will stay in a hotel throughout their trip. They will stay in a hotel throughout their trip. She was knitting a sweater for her sister. She was knitting a sweater for her sister. Contestant. Contestant. Eating out every day is very expensive. Eating out every day is very expensive. He cannot pass the exam unless he studies. He cannot pass the exam unless he studies. Immediately. Immediately. 4 p.m. is the object. 4 p.m. is the object. John will be mowing the lawn tomorrow morning. John will be mowing the lawn tomorrow morning. They lived in the same neighborhood for years before they met each other. They lived in the same neighborhood for years before they met each other. Should they be cops after 3 centuries? Should they be cops after 3 centuries? Inclusive. Inclusive. I can leave you if you want. I can leave you if you want. Was our spouse an ambassador? Was our spouse an ambassador? Although it is difficult, we must do our best. Although it is difficult, we must do our best. Is this where we should meet? Is this where we should meet? If only I could live on the beach, I would be happy. If only I could live on the beach, I would be happy. The park is crowded. The park is crowded. I will bond with my friends while having a drink. I will bond with my friends while having a drink. When will you come to my office? When will you come to my office? What is your final destination? What is your final destination? Can't you rarely be an architect? Can't you rarely be an architect? If you had called a plumber, the pipe wouldn't have burst. If you had called a plumber, the pipe wouldn't have burst. The teacher made the students practice speaking English. The teacher made the students practice speaking English. Our half-brother is an artist. Our half-brother is an artist. Give me the best book niches. Give me the best book niches. You should study harder for the exam. You should study harder for the exam. After one night we must be playwrights. After one night we must be playwrights. It is interesting to visit historical places. It is interesting to visit historical places. Can never clear. Can never clear. They were playing basketball in the gym. They were playing basketball in the gym. Can you fix the broken chair? Can you fix the broken chair? Could I have the bill, please? I'm checking out. Could I have the bill, please? I'm checking out. You're not an archaeologist at sunrise. You're not an archaeologist at sunrise. I was going to school. I was going to school. I don't want to lose sight of many things. I don't want to lose sight of many things. He died when I was 8 years old. He died when I was 8 years old. The pen I lost yesterday was expensive. The pen I lost yesterday was expensive. Wasn't I a monthly barista? Wasn't I a monthly barista? Did they follow up every week? Did they follow up every week? We were playing board games with our family. We were playing board games with our family. She can dance every day. She can dance every day. Don't we believe? Don't we believe? If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. If I had more free time, I would learn to cook. It is very important to question our beliefs. It is very important to question our beliefs. The door was opened by John. The door was opened by John. He can forget his anniversary again. He can forget his anniversary again. Can't you talk that loud? Other people are trying to work. Can't you talk that loud? Other people are trying to work. They would not be watchmen after the 3rd century. They would not be watchmen after the 3rd century. Are my cousins stockbrokers? Are my cousins stockbrokers? Mary knitted a sweater. Mary knitted a sweater. I won't be working today. I won't be working today. He likes to watch romantic movies. He likes to watch romantic movies. Although he was tired, he stayed up late to finish the report. Although he was tired, he stayed up late to finish the report. I will see you. I will see you. He's listening. He's listening. Do you make him laugh? Do you make him laugh? My cousins are managers. My cousins are managers. There will be new books in the library. There will be new books in the library. How about trying that new cafe downtown? How about trying that new cafe downtown? Won't touch after 5 seconds? Won't touch after 5 seconds? I'm meeting up with my friends for coffee next week. I'm meeting up with my friends for coffee next week. There is a pen on the floor. There is a pen on the floor. You shouldn't dance at noon. You shouldn't dance at noon. She is a great cook and loves to try new recipes. She is a great cook and loves to try new recipes. My grandchildren are naturalists. My grandchildren are naturalists.